School-aged children worry about wearing the right clothes, following the right trends, and being popular. But for some kids, they have a lot more to worry about than just their appearance, especially if their native language is not English.
Every child has a right to an education. Um, so every child is able to go to a public school here in Albuquerque, no matter if they're an illegal immigrant, whatever language, whatever culture they're from, they have the right to go to school. What happened?
Natalie Bowers is a student teacher at an elementary school in Albuquerque and part of the English as a Second Language and Multicultural program at the University of New
We
Mexico.
don't require them to only speak English. We don't take their culture away from them. We work on what they already have, and we build on that.
But if Spanish is a child's first language, then speaking English is not a simple task.
Mi nombre es Carla Ornelas y voy a Junior Carter Middle School.
12-year-old Carla Ornelas grew up speaking Spanish. Both parents were born in Mexico and speak very little English. She learned English in school and says that APS is adapting to situations like hers where a student comes in only speaking Spanish.
At my school, a lot of my teachers, they try and make the papers we do in Spanish so it can help the students.
Everything in the classroom is labeled in both English and Spanish.
Because of the language gap between the student, the teachers, and the parents, it can be difficult for a parent to contribute to their child's educational success as much as they would like to.
It was hard for my mom and me because they would try and explain something to her and then I couldn't translate, so it was sometimes hard to catch on my grades and all that and how I was doing in school.
Carla's mom, Herrera Ornelas, who did not want to look at the camera directly, can only communicate in Spanish. She says that she wished she would have had more of a role in her child's education and that she's grateful for bilingual teachers. Despite the language barrier, she encourages her children to move forward with their education and to be successful in life.
I tell them to keep moving forward with their education so they don't end up in the same situation as me.
I wouldn't say that they're less involved in their children's education, but they don't have as easy as an access to be in their children's education, whereas an English-speaking family, it's easier for them to communicate with the teacher, and that's why it's so important that these ESL teachers are forming relationships with these Spanish-speaking families and work together to help the child, because it's all about the child. And if there's no communication, because communication is key, and if there's no communication, then that child is not having the opportunity to be successful.
After overcoming the language gap, Carla has already thought of some future dreams.
A pediatrician.
This is Campus Reports.